Peace, love, and light. Welcome to Higher Frequencies Portal. I am Q, and I am here to do a general reading for our beloved Scorpios. This will be what I call a quickie. I wanted to tap into the energy just to see what is going on with our beloved Scorpios. I call upon the elements of water, fire, earth, air, ether, and spirit, Ashe. I ask our beautiful ancestors, angels, archangels, spirit guides, deities, animal totems, earth, Mother Gaia, Source, the Divine, Most High God, our Creator, to shine a beautiful, powerful message of love and light for our beloved Scorpios, as I intuitively and discerningly pick up on the energies, the number synchronicities, the vibrations of the cards, because I am one with my cards, and so it is, so mote it be, Ashe. This reading will resonate with you if you have placements in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, and Mars. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find yourself clicking on the video is exactly the divine timing that was intended for you to do so. So let's delve in. So we're going to pull some messages from a deck that I created called the Higher Frequency Channel Messages, and I'm going to do things a little differently. As I said, this is a quickie. I've been doing very long, extended readings, and I received the download to start shortening the length of my videos so as to get the message out there. So let's check in, tap in, and see what the Divine has for you, beloveds. Ashe. So Divine Spirit of Love and Light, what messages do you have for our beloved Scorpios? What messages of love and light do you have for our beloved Scorpios? I'm seeing that there's a time for you to tap into yourself. It's time to meditate, to get it straight, so that you can get those downloads. I feel that there's some activations that are imperative, and there are some things that you may be missing, and the Divine wants you to stop and to observe, to analyze. You may have gone through some experiences, Scorpio, that could have been very, very traumatic. And what the Divine is saying right now, in my mind's eye, is that you didn't go through anything. You grew through it. So we don't go through it, we grow through our experiences. Ashe. I do feel that you have a lot of angelic presence around you, whether those are your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels. They are nudging you along, giving you that spiritual guidance, but they are also letting you know that it is time to listen to your own intuition, that you have the ability to see things clearly and to be fearless, to not be afraid to step into your power, to not be afraid to claim your power, and to release whatever that you're still holding on to, whether begrudgingly, whether you're holding on to bitterness. It is time to release it, because it's holding you back and from what is trying to come into you. So you cannot start something new if you're still attached to your old, to something old. Ashe. They're wanting you to be thankful for how far you've come. Be proud of the accomplishments that you have been able to make. And they want you to trust whatever you're feeling. You cannot fight the feelings. They don't want you to fight the feelings. They want you to trust whatever it is that you're feeling in this moment. Ashe. Whether that's impertinence to people, whether that's impertinence to a decision that you're having to make. Maybe you're choosing to move on from a connection, to walk away. Maybe you're moving on from a job situation and wanting to start something brand new. Maybe you're trying to make a decision about relocation, moving, being closer to family, being more further from family, you know. But they want you to trust whatever it is that you're feeling. Don't fight the feelings. Ashe. So let's tap in, tune in. So what's coming in for Scorpios, Divine Spirit of Love and Light? What is coming in for our beloved Scorpios, Divine Spirit of Love and Light? On the bottom of the deck, power up. So power up, sunlight, clarity, illumination, and the moon. This is pretty much a card of balance, being in harmony, because the sun and the moon are referenced on this card. So when you're in harmony with yourself, that means that you're in a place of wholeness, which means ultimately that you can make very sound decisions. You could see things very clearly. There's a sense of illumination, clarity, and light, and more importantly, truth. When the sun is shining, there's truth. When the moon is shining, there are things that could be hidden. But when the both are referenced on one card, as it is here, that speaks to you having that balance of that light and dark aspect, the shadow and the light aspect, which is the makings of all of us. We all have that polarity. And so this is about making sound decisions and coming into the truth. When you see the truth, then you know how to operate, how to function, how to move, how to navigate the world, how to navigate situations. So perhaps now, something that may have been a little cloudy for you, something that you weren't as clear about, is becoming very apparent in regards to whatever action it is you need to make or take. Ashe. So Divine Spirit, what's coming in for Scorpios? They have an additional message for our beloved Scorpios. What's coming in? Divine Spirit of Love and Light. And it was just 7 on the clock. 7 is my life path number. That's also a powerful number of spiritual guidance. So they want you to trust your intuition, listen and connect to your higher self. We did see the meditate to get it straight. So we have don't fight the feelings. And that card did show up. So the divine is saying that when the truth comes out, whatever this is that's being illuminated to you, don't fight the feelings. So if you get the urge during one of your downloads, during that moment of connecting to your higher self, and you see clearly that the instruction and the guidance from your higher self is to walk away from something, or to leave something behind, or to even go towards something, they're telling you don't fight the feelings. Trust what you're feeling. Trust your inner wisdom, because they're letting you know that you have full ability to make the decision. So if you're grappling with that, and if you're finding it difficult, that's because you have to get out of your own mind. Whatever you're feeling energetically, and whatever you know intuitively and instinctually is the right thing to do, do that. Don't fight the feelings, beloved. Because when you fight the feelings, that means you're going against your own truth, your own wisdom. You're going against your own better judgment. And they're letting you know you're fully capable of making this decision because you have the truth. And when you have the truth is freedom. The truth gives you the ability to express yourself, to speak the truth, to stand in the truth, to express your truth. So don't fight the feelings. Whatever is coming up, whatever is being unearthed within you, don't fight it. So what's coming in for our beloved Scorpio's Divine Spirit? So just in case you are not familiar with my process, I expound on anything that flips in my hand, but I do take the jumps for the reading. Ashe. So just as we're speaking about connecting to your higher self, this is what's coming up. The divine wants you to connect to your higher self. It is time, beloved. I feel like there's an ascension that's taking place. There are activations, there are downloads, there are upgrades, there are updates, there is evolution that the divine is awakening you to. But in order for you to take full not even responsibility, but to be able to give me a moment while I get the download. Thank you, Spirit. So in order for you to be able to take this opportunity to step into your true power, because we are in a time of power, as we are in this energy still, it's still that residual energy of Lion's Gate 88, and that is literally a portal that opens up, and that portal opens up so that you can receive the downloads, the same as the 1111, Ashe. So when you have that portal open up, and 1111 this year is going to be super powerful, because it's going to be 11, 11, 11, 11, because it's 2020. So it's like it's going to be double the power. So the divine wanted me to give you that quick download. But you have to know when you have full ability to tap in and tune in to your power. So there's access that is being granted to you and given to you. Do not allow your fears to block you, to hinder you. Do not allow those old Norways, byways, belief systems, ideologies to block you, because you have the truth now. So don't go backwards in terms of your own thinking, allowing yourself to get stuck in a place of confusion, talking yourself in circles, because the divine is telling you that these false expectations that are appearing real could definitely hinder you. If something has rejected you and is trying to return, remember that the rejection was for your protection. And I'm hearing the rejection that you may have experienced could have been the trigger, the catalyst to you awakening to your truth. Could have been what has opened you up to living in your truth. So what's coming in for Scorpio, okay? They want you to socialize. Start meeting new people. Get out of your routine. Get out of your mind. Get out of your way. And start socializing with folks. It may be a little difficult now because of quarantine and COVID and this pandemic. But at the end of the day, beloveds, you can still connect with like minds. And that's what this time is about. So we got to flip again. 44. This is a beautiful, powerful number. This is an angelic number. And this is like a confirmation in my deck. 44 reduces to 8. And 8 sideways is the infinity symbol. And this is a divine symbol. So this is as if the divine is letting you know that you have the abilities to continue to move forward. You have infinite possibilities that are abound. There's amazing opportunities that are coming towards you that you can take full control of. This 44 is also about prosperity, abundance, success. It's a very divine and powerful energy. So what's coming in for Scorpios? Let me get one more message for Scorpio. What's coming in for our beloved Scorpios, divine spirit of love and light? Oh, thank you. So they want you to know your worth. Ashe. When you know your worth, you don't settle for less. When you know your worth, you know what you're deserving of. And you stand in that and you stand on that. In order to get to the place where you know your worth, there first has to be a healing of thyself. There has to be a genuine love and affinity and affection towards thyself. And then that lets you know what you're worthy of, what you're deserving of. So know your worth. And I think that you're in a place right now where you know your worth. And you know that you're deserving of something better. And that's why the divine is telling you to not fight the feelings. Because whatever it is, you have gained some sort of clarity, illumination, a truth has been revealed. And I feel like that power up is really indicating that whatever has transpired in the past that you were in the dark about, because to get this card of sunlight, clarity, you were once in the dark. And you were in the dark because perhaps you were entangled in a situation where someone took your light, stole your light from you. Your light was dimmed in some way, form, or fashion. Whether it was because of a relationship, maybe there were a lot of secrets and lies and deception and cheating and backstabbing, backbiting. Like there was a lot of negativity and heaviness. And you were in the dark about a lot of things. But something was revealed to you. You came into some sort of truth, some sort of clarity about a circumstance. And that gave you your power. It powered you up. The sun is very much a life force. And it's also very healing. It's a healing element. And it provides clarity. It provides optimism. It provides a sense of vitality. And so the divine is telling you, once you see this truth, don't fight the feelings. Remember, you know your worth now. And you're worthy of so much more. So if there is someone or something that tries to return or tries to, because this is in the past energy. And this is in your present. Don't fight the feelings. And I feel like you will make the right decision because you know your worth. And what we have that also flew out was the selenite healing stone. That's your advice from tarot. Continue your healing process. Don't let anyone interrupt that. Don't let anyone come in between what you know is right for you. We're at a time now where we cannot follow anyone blindly because we all have free will and we all have intuition and we should be very discerning. And when you operate from a higher state of yourself, which is why they were saying connect to your higher self, then you will never allow yourself to fall for the okie-doke, to fall for people's words and take them as face value. So continue to focus on your healing. And I also feel like this is indicating that you did go through a deep spiritual healing. There was a lot that you may have unearthed. There were a lot of childhood traumas. There was a lot of revelations. There was a lot of breakthroughs because you've had breakdowns. And you've had to walk in faith even when the signs around you, even when things seem real dim, you still held on to that hope, that faith, that optimism. And I'm hearing star. And during this time, you may have discovered your gifts. You may have discovered that you are a part of the craft. You may have started to tap into some of your spiritual gifts that are a part of this esoteric and occult world. Look at that. This is what the divine says that you have come into. And what you have, strength, courage, and wisdom. This is what you have acquired on your journey, beloveds. And you should be proud. Excuse me, let me get a sip of my water. I feel speaking your truth is imperative. I think that you must trust your own voice now. Say how you feel. And say it with love. You don't need to be bitter. You don't need to be angered because you have arrived, beloveds. You have arrived. So we're going to pull some messages from tarot. Ashe. What's coming in for Scorpio's divine spirit of love and light? I have a message of love and light, and I did see that you are standing in your truth. You're highly intelligent now. You've learned so much from whatever disappointments, whatever sudden endings, whatever deception, backstabbing, lying, cheating that was going on. It happened for your betterment. It was necessary. You have to make the decisions with your mind, with your heart. At the back burner. Make a decision with your mind, with your heart in the back burner. Because in the past, you made decisions based off your emotions. Now it's time to put your heart to the side as you use your logic, your analytical skills, your ability to observe. Use your intelligence this time around. There was a lot of confusion in the past. Someone was definitely dealing with options, to which you responded by moving away from that. Moving away entirely. It was just 21:21 on the clock. So 21:21 reduces to 6. So you went to go seek harmony. And the divine was watching everything, and I feel ultimately justice ruled in your favor. You were able to gain your equilibrium. Balance was restored. Someone definitely was dealing with several options while they were in a relationship with you, and this broke you down. But it also brought you to a place where I feel you realized that that was a cycle you had to end. You may have been stuck in a routine, in a cycle. It could have been a karmic relationship. And I feel that that was one of the lessons, if not the lesson that you were meant to learn, was that you cannot be so fixed in your ways where you just take any old kicks to the ass by anyone. We are not here to be anyone's doormat. And when I said that, I saw 22:27 on the clock, which reduces to 4. So it was about you regaining your stability, your balance, you being solid for yourself. I feel you're highly intuitive now, and you're paying attention. You're tapping into your inner wisdom. And you might be holding back from some folks because you're simply just not trusting the process. Someone's also could be trying to hold on to you. So what's coming in for our beloved Scorpios? As I said, this is a quickie, so I'm not going to take up too much time. I'm going to pull a couple of messages just to see what tarot has. On the bottom of the deck we have the 2 of Cups. So you could have really been involved in a soulmate tie. And I feel this is what was happening in your past. You may have gained the truth in pertinence to a relationship that you were very much invested in, a relationship that there was a lot of love at one point in time. This is 2 people pouring into a cup. There was a spiritual union. I feel like there was a lot of truth that was revealed pertaining this soulmate connection. This is someone I feel that you may have had a lot of uphill battles with. I also feel that you could have come into a place of balance, because as I said before, the sun and the moon is literally referenced on this card. And in Western astrology, the sun represents masculine energy, the moon represents feminine energy. So I feel that this could just be you coming into balance, coming into harmony. finding out the truth, being in a state of wholeness, completion, listening to your own subconscious thoughts. There's a sign of ascension, as you could see these snakes going up this pole, almost in a sign of like Kundalini rising. So I feel like there was some truth and an illumination, an awakening, and awareness, you coming into harmony, healing thyself. Ashe. So what's coming in for Scorpios, Divine Spirit? What's coming into for Scorpios? What's coming in for our beloved Scorpios, Divine Spirit? So yeah, you were in a higher level of commitment with someone. And I feel this experience absolutely taught you some valuable lessons about yourself. But there were definitely some issues about commitment, even compromising, because this card of the Hierophant is very much indicative of having some sort of higher level of commitment. But the Hierophant also speaks to beliefs. So I feel like something is different that you're not willing to waver on. And that's what the Divine is telling you to not fight the feelings about. Maybe you have a different belief system, impertinence to relationships, commitment, marriage, love. Maybe you differ from someone in regards to spirituality. Maybe you differ from someone even ethnically. But whatever comes up, whatever's unearthed pertaining beliefs, the Divine is telling you not to fight the feelings. Stand on what you believe. Because I feel like there may have been in some relationship that you were involved in a difference of opinion in how that connection, that relationship should function, operate. I'm hearing there was like a hierarchy. Someone felt like they were in a position of power, like they could call the shots. They could make all the decisions. They weren't willing to compromise. And that's not something that you or anyone should be willing to involve themselves in if there's not a willingness to compromise, because that's what a relationship is. So don't fight the feelings when it comes to your belief systems. Whatever comes up pertaining your belief systems and your treatment, how you wish to be in a relationship, what type of relationship you wish to have, you deserve everything you want. That's why the Divine told you, know your worth. And the Sun showed up. The Sun is clarity and truth. These were the expounds, by the way. So yeah, you definitely have some happier times ahead for you by standing in your truth and being, I feel like you're on a spiritual path as well. Like you could be coming into some higher level of information, studying esoteric. Maybe you're a student of the craft, and there's just a sense of, truth that's revealed. It's like home to you. It's like food to your spirit. It makes you feel free. It awakens you. It gives you life. Provides a sense of vitality. It's healing. Ashe. So why is don't fight the feelings here? What's coming in for our beloved Scorpios? What's coming in for our beloved Scorpios? Yeah. It's time to move away. It's time to leave a situation behind. Don't fight the feelings because something was not serving you. There was a lot of troubled waters. And I feel like there was a lack of compromise. I feel like there was a lot of gaslighting. Someone was very dishonest. Someone was very combative. And I feel like the two of you are from two different sides of the spectrum. Like you want two different things. And if there's no willingness to compromise, if there's no willingness to give a little, to bend a little, then there's nothing worth that, because then ultimately you'll be the only one expected to do the work. And then that in itself is toxic. So what's coming in for Scorpios? Thank you, Spirit. So you have someone from your past that's going to be returning. And this person is someone that may have left you for someone else, because I see that there was a crossroads and they may have made a decision to leave in the past. I feel that someone's going to come into your life that may be from your past, and the divine is telling you not to fight the feelings in regards to this relationship, because whatever you were entangled in the past, there was a lack of compromise, and this person and you differed in regards to your belief systems. Maybe your ex was someone that differed in pertinence to what you both wanted in your relationship, what you wanted out of the relationship. But now someone is returning. Water sign, air, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and you have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well here. And I feel when I look at this that someone is coming in that has, because if you look at both of these cards, the male is making a gesture, and the making a gesture, first and foremost, handing you flowers. That is very symbolic of just showing your love for someone, but also it can be a gesture of an apology, apologizing for what took place in the past, apologizing for not recognizing this connection for what it was, because they finally realized, I feel in your absence, they discovered just how much they absolutely have this affinity towards you. And this is someone that wants to return and give you what you desire. And the divine is telling you, don't fight the feelings when this person returns. They're coming in hot and heavy. Look at this. The Knight of Cups. You got real love coming into you. You have someone that knows your worth, knows your value. And they're going to come in and they're going to court you. They're going to give you that time, that attentiveness, that affection. They're going to be emotionally available. They're going to be charming. And this is someone, yet again, that could be your twin flame. The Lovers is very indicative of a deeper soul connection, Scorpio. This is a spiritual union. This is harmony. And I feel because you fought whatever you went through in the past, you fought through that. It's like people will never know or understand or even begin to understand the processes that Scorpios go through in their healing regimen. You know, when you go through something traumatic, being as though we're fixed, it's very difficult to change your ways, or it's difficult to end relationships that you've invested so much time and energy in, and also that you've really nurtured. You know, when Scorpios love, they love hard. But when you realize that something is not nurturing you back, you realize that it's time for you to, you know, cut the ties. And that's very difficult to do. That's a difficult thing for Scorpios to, you know, admit. But when they make the decision to end a situation, it's done. And that also builds up this rebirth, it's the conduit for the change, you know, for that transition from that past person into this new and improved person. And I feel like you're healing, and you going through this process of healing is what is bringing your true love in now. It's what's bringing your true love into your life, because you've cut off what wasn't serving you, and you've really healed. You've really let go of that baggage. You've really cut the soul tie. And this is what's wanting to come in. Someone sees you as their divine feminine. Someone sees you as their future. Someone sees you as their spirit, their spiritual union. So what's coming in for Scorpios? Let me get two more. Divine Spirit, 11 Light. You got real love coming in. You got beautiful cards falling out, Scorpio. Very pretty cards. I love it. And it's because you did the work. And it's because you know your worth. Look at that. You know your worth. And when you know your worth, you do not settle for anything. And this is your energy right now. Very intelligent, very articulate, very intuitive, very discerning, very logical. You've been through so much. And when you go through what a Scorpio has to go through in order to transform and become that phoenix rising, there is no other option than for you to transform into this Queen of Swords, to start using logic. Didn't I say that in the beginning? That you had to put your heart aside and start thinking logically, use your mind, and that's exactly what you're doing. This is the energy of someone that's not putting up with anyone's bullshit. You're not letting any of the experiences that you've had in the past, which broke you down and damn near killed you, destroyed you. But we know whatever doesn't kill Scorpios make us stronger, right? So what may kill someone else, what may be an experience that may kill someone else, it doesn't do that to us. What it does is it triggers us to transform. It triggers us to rise, because we are reincarnates. We can have rebirths. We can transform. We go through that spiritual ascension. And that's what you did here. So you are willing to cut off anyone that doesn't serve you. Because why? Well, because you know your worth. And the divine is telling you that when your true love returns to you, don't fight the feelings, because this is a love that is real. Got to be real. Got to be real. Someone is coming in. I feel like you gain some sort of clarity in regards to what you want out of love as well. You want equal give and take. You want someone that's going to pour into your cup and you theirs. You want a love that's going to be fulfilling. A love that's going to make you feel like you're a part of, a union. That you're not just the only one working on it. You know what you want now. So may I have a message? Thank you, Spirit. So look at that. Yeah, look what happened. You walked away from a fire sign. It says selenite healing stone. And then it shows, look at that alarm. That's confirmation. You hear the horn from the train. So this is what happened. Yep. So you walked away from a fire sign. I feel like you were in a relationship with a fire sign, or someone who was very passionate, very fiery, someone you may have had a lot of passion for. And as I said, you were not getting what you were deserving of in that relationship, Scorpios. It left you feeling very unfulfilled. I also feel like this person could have been very controlling, very difficult to deal with. Someone who wasn't willing to give a little, someone who wanted to just do things their way. And because they weren't willing to do things or compromise in the connection, you got really exhausted with that type of energy. And I feel like there was a lot of secrets, a lot of lies, because you could see clearly that the sun is being eclipsed by the moon. So there was a lot of things that were hidden from you. And that's what I was picking up even with the Power Up card. I feel like this Power Up is referencing that you became empowered by walking away from the situation, because this is what self-love looks like. This is what knowing your worth looks like. Walking away from a situation that you have clearly given to. You've given everything, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and you feel like you got nothing in return. So you're going to find your 10 of Cups. And the divine is letting you know that you deserve exactly what you desire. And this experience was only to teach you your self-value, and it has put you in a position of having strength, courage, and wisdom. That is your reading. Gonna end it there. Ashe.